What is going on, guys? My name's Lencorp, and tonight we are doing the IM Cup semi-finals between oiWW and noGG Games. Tonight in the co-casting seats, I have, as usual, Sky Marshal Hef and Yarrick. How you going, boys?
I'm hungry, as usual.
I'm happy to be here.
Happy to be
That's a
here.
good response.
Excellent. So we are just getting ready for the duel, so we will watch that while we have a little bit of a discussion. What are you guys thinking you're going to see tonight, like in tactics, or are you going to go out on a limb and maybe call who is going to take the match? We'll start with Hef there.
Alright, I'm gonna definitely be betting on Whitewhale's team. They just got it more together than Nog at the moment, but this is gonna be Nog's last hurrah, so maybe we'll see them pull out some crazy clutch on their last game together. It'd be nice to see.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. Rumours have been floating around about a noGG practice session, so that's pretty much unprecedented. So who knows what we'll see.
I was witness to that after a pug, where unfortunately they did lose one map to a pug, and they did go to a practice session after that. I believe there was a little bit of rage involved. So just while we are chatting, qhat looks like he's going to be oiWW's jeweler for the duel this evening, so we'll just stand by and see who noGG is going to pick. Anyway, also, I think we're going to see some pretty interesting stuff tonight in terms of strats, especially on Whitewhale's side. I've been watching them a little bit. I think we might see some fancy things with technicians and maybe a little bit of brutes and some interesting offense coming their way. What's everyone's opinion on that?
I'm looking forward to seeing a bit of double inf, hopefully.
Yeah, that would be very interesting to see. I noticed in the bitter thread that I put up advertising this game, Whale was saying on khat he is going to be using those mines on the sides of the buildings, so it'll be interesting to see how noGG respond to that, whether it's just going to be tiers or an actual offense strat towards it. So we do have qhat and Hurls in the duels. Hurls down on half health here. qhat also losing health. Looks like this is just going to be a bit of a spam fest with chains. qhat is going down fairly quickly, and he does go down to Hurls there.
I did not see that coming.
Wow.
Well done, Hurls.
So it was Raider on Raider who could spam the quickest there. So I am expecting big things from qhat tonight. I know we got a little bit of a flame going on last time for praising qhat too much, so we won't do that this time, but I am expecting to see some fairly big things from him tonight. So Hurls is saying that he's going on Blood Eagle for Katabatic. So any other predictions? You know, you want to be famous for calling it early tonight?
Oh man, where to start? Okay, so we're seeing two really good games with, or really good teams rather, with two really, I guess the word is illustrious histories going at it in what could be the last game from both teams, or second last for oiWW if they win. So I just want to see some clutch plays tonight. That's what I'm calling.
Crutch
If we're going to go for
praise.
scores, clutch praise, as I've been told I have to say at least once. We're getting Dose guessing oiWW 7275 for the win. I don't know if I agree with that.
There's a conflict of
but we'll
interest
see.
there, obviously.
Yeah, absolutely.
Look, you know what? I'm just excited to see this game finally unfold. Like you said, for both teams, they've both sort of said that this is their last hurrah, so they're going to leave it all out in the field.
And not to mention the drama and politics that have been brewing up until this point. It is going to add an extra layer of fun to what's going on.
Oh, the E-drama, definitely. That's another thing to worry about tonight for both teams. Who's going to have the bragging rights?
I have no idea how it works overseas, but tribal politics is huge in the oceanic scene.
No, it's a fairly universal phenomenon.
Yeah, I know some people hate the drama, but I think it just adds a good bit of fun to what's going on.
Yeah, I agree. It gives it a bit of interest, a bit of depth. Some of the loyalties, like you see, you know, Whitewhale and iago, those two have played basically side by side since day dot. and then you've got, you know, some guys who have crossed each other and arch rivals, and it's good, man. It's what we need.
Yeah, it is good. Sometimes it does get a little bit too serious and personal, but for the most part, it is just a bit of fun.
Now we've got people in the chat already getting started with the political drama. It's not even involving any of the team members except for Doze. Great work, guys. You're making Australia look fantastic.
So we are 40 seconds till the start of the match. We will be watching noGG's base at the start to watch their defense as well as Whitewhale's offense here. So that's going to be a very interesting thing. I'm very keen to see what Whitewhale will be doing in this. I know for a fact they have been training very, very hard for the last couple of nights, which is unusual for that team. They don't usually train. They usually just rock up and go, lol, let's own everyone. But tonight, they're a little bit worried, I think, so they have been putting a lot of practice in.
10 seconds until deployment.
So just quickly, we got Petty, HellToupee, Jazzy, Hurls, KraKen Custom oodLes on noGG, and Neo, Bloody, qhat, bikboi, Rain, Whitewhale, and Iago. It's interesting, I was just talking about bikboi on a pub just before we started this, wondering who it was and commenting that it was someone good. It's obviously Governor.
Yep, definitely.
And I was talking to Hef, and I was like, this random guy called bikboi is doing 320 back caps in Soldier on Kata. We should keep an eye on him, looks pretty good. So, mystery is completely solved there.
Alright, so we are just sitting over noGG's base at the moment. Not much happening. oodLes in his usual position as well as Petty. Hurls up on the hill as the Sentinel, taking a few shots there at qhat and does manage to hit him. So Whitewhale look like they are just rallying up for an offensive here. qhat and Whitewhale coming in.
Note that Petty is running as a soldier instead of his usual Pathfinder going for the Nitrons, although he has just K'd out for some reason.
So we do have Bloody coming in as an infiltrator. Whitewhale here as the Doombringer and qhat sitting up the back as a brute. So we are seeing a fairly heavy offense here coming in. qhat taking a little bit of damage as well as Whitewhale. oodLes has come out to engage. Petty is standing on the flag at the moment. Not much coming in. I cannot see their Kappa at this stage, so we will keep an eye out for him. So it is a little bit interesting on what Whitewhale are doing here. We've got them coming over the back towards the flag. The flag is virtually clear. oodLes does just step up, and qhat is coming into to engage him. Bikeboi coming up for a high to low here at the moment. So we are just going to sit here for a little bit longer just to watch this initial grab.
Bloody's got Hurls on the run. Hurls is now sniping from...
Yep, they're going to have to keep someone on Hurls full time for this. He's such a good sniper.
There's 3 guys on the flag. I don't think Gov's going to get through here.
Bikeboi does get nitroned, yeah, he's out. Custom does get out with the flag on no health though. qhat and Rain in chase, but does go down. So we are over the Whitewhale's base at the moment. Not much happening. Whitewhale himself is getting ready to go back in for the offense, as well as Iago and qhat. So we will sit over the noGG's base at the moment and look at a little bit more of their defense.
Let's focus on Bloody while we've got the moment. He's the only one alive. He went back into the base to hide, and he'll be looking to Hurls at just right moment.
So we are trying to
Looks like he's trying to move on where Hurls is positioned.
He's moving on to Hurls right now.
So he is giving Hurls a lot of grief there. Does take him out. Flag is virtually clear. Whitewhale and qhat both there. Cannot see Gov at the moment. We do have a pickup by Bikeboi, and he does drop it, unfortunately. So let's go over and
he
look.
got a clutch Nitron through the wall, but oiWW is all over their base at the moment. That flag is pretty much in their possession.
Jazzy does manage to get the flag out on half health there. neogenetix and Iago and bikboi all on his tail. Does go down in the midfield, and the return there for bikboi. So
I'm wondering why oiWW didn't try to take that flag and cluster at home. I mean, the entire defense from noG was down. They were just standing there, 3 of them around the flag, and didn't walk it. Maybe they were discussing what to do instead of doing it.
We are seeing Whitewhale's team, his offense just coming back in now. They are coming in very, very nicely, nice and close. Iago is a long way out as well. So let's look at the noGG offense for a minute and see what they're doing. Jazzy is coming in.
noGG is going for a very heavy-centric offense. They've got 2 juggernauts, it looks like, and an infiltrator. I don't think I've seen them employ this tactic before. Let's see what HellToupee is doing. I think he's going to be the sniper harass. He's just on his regen, trying to find the sniper. Looks like he's locked on, he's moving in. They didn't really do a whole lot of killing there. They kind of just distracted everyone.
Jazzy is
I'm
out.
not sure if that was intentional.
A long way out. He is going to get this home. We are going to see the first qhat with the E-grab there. Doesn't last very long, but they did last long enough for them to get the flag down. KraKen does pick it up for noGG here. We should see a return. No one is on the flag. A little bit of a mix-up there by the looks of things. Rain has come in.
There's
but
a lot of crashes coming in the front. Nah, they're home.
we do see 1-0 to noGG. 20 minutes left on the clock. That was a little bit of a mess up there by noGG. That flag was out in the open and was a little bit risky.
It seems like both teams are making a couple of rusty mistakes. Maybe they haven't been playing much today and just needed to warm up first.
Bloody is on the flag as well as Whitewhale. Can't see bikboi at the moment. qhat is coming in on full health as well. Still as that raider, he is deadly with that gun. Just that whole class in general, he's just so deadly.
So we see Whitewhale and qhat trying to stay alive. They don't try and hit the stand quickly and just drop everything as a lot of players do. These guys, they want to hang out. The noGG defense have respawned a couple of times now and they're still alive, still getting all the kills. Unfortunately, Gov got taken out, so that's a reset.
So we are looking at Jazzy at the moment. He is coming in, does miss the flag, had no offensive support there whatsoever. They all came in way too early, which is a bit of a shame. Their offense, noGG's offense, you know, has been called weak in the past, but they're just not firing at the moment. They're not coming in together. They were dead long before Jazzy was even close to the flag then.
And in that last offensive round from oiWW, noGG was actually down Petty. He'd disconnected. I think he rebooted his computer, but he's back in now, so they should have the full defense lineup back in position.
So we are over the Whitewhale base, sorry, the noGG base at the moment, watching the offense for Whitewhale again. They're hammering it. bikboi does, unfortunately, lose his route, so you sort of came in very slow and does go down to the snipe for hellToupee.
We're getting a request from the chat to just call him Governor instead of bikboi.
Yeah, I was going to say that.
I think you should keep calling him bikboi just to aggravate the people.
Well, he did change his name to that, so he reaps what he sows. We are over the noGG base at the moment.
So Jazzy has switched up to Soldier after being taken down quite lightly as a path. Unfortunately, he got body blocked there, and it's a reset for them.
So we do have Gov coming in at the moment on full health. Hurls is taking a snipe at him. Whitewhale and Bloody are both there at the moment. oodLes is engaged. Petty coming in to help. Gov has been attacked. He is on half health at the moment. Petty and Jazzy are there at the moment as well. He is coming in.
There's no harass on Hurls. Clear flag. bikboi's out, but he's going to get sniped.
And he does go down.
There it is.
Flag was clear. They did a wonderful job clearing all the offense there. Or the defense, sorry. But he did, unfortunately, like you said, Hurlsor was free. But I get the feeling Bloody is going to be on him most of the game, so it might have been a little bit of a coordination issue there. Bloody has been practicing.
I think what might have been happening is that Bloody is just taking a look at what Hurl's strategy is, you know, how he moves, what he does, how he reacts, so he's just going to get that information and then punish him for the last 15 minutes of the game. Doesn't want to make any false moves. That's the impression that I'm getting, although it could be way off base.
Jazzy here has got the flag out, crawling home. Petty is coming to help him. Rain and Iago do take him down, but HellToupee is there to try and pick up the flag. Iago, everyone does go out down, so noGG here with a real shot to make it 2-0 at the moment. No defense there. We do have an E-grab by Gov here. We are just going to follow him for a second. He has no light defense on him, flying very high, so he could be a target for Hells. Heading back to the noGG flag, and they... Whitewhale do have it.
Funnily enough, they're having a standoff on the rocks at the front of their base right now because there were a few Whitewhale players on their base, so they couldn't make it all the way home. They've cleared them now, so they're set up for a standoff.
So the person to watch in this standoff here is Bloody for Whitewhale, and who would we say is the deadly one? I wonder who is going to run in for noGG. They've got KraKen and Custom at the moment, so it's going to be interesting to see if we can see any epic sonic punches going off.
Yeah, Governor has just switched to Inf as well.
It's interesting to note that some of the overseas ladders are considering having an infiltrator limit because having more than one in standoffs tends to make it a bit one-sided. I'm not sure if I agree with that, but, well, we've got 2 infiltrators for noGGs. Let's see if it helps them at all.
So we've got KraKen, they're both coming in. Custom does get recognised. KraKen still in the clear here. We could see a sonic punch go off. He misses, unfortunately, and is on half health, going down fairly quickly. Jazzy coming in to help also. Whitewhale there,
Hells was
fantastic.
sniping onto them as well, but unfortunately, all Whitewhale guys survived.
And they're not only running a D-stack, but they appear to have a technician with turrets up, and that is going to make it hell for any infiltrators as soon as they get revealed. The Hellsy seems to be sniping out their turrets,
yeah,
so it's reducing their effectiveness.
And a similar thing happened at the other end. No one went down on the defense. noGG have sent Custom up now, so they've only got 3 on D, but it was 4 just a second ago.
So we are seeing
Whitewhale's defense with a very creative strategy of having motion sensors and mines everywhere to completely counter the infiltrator offense. They're not going to be able to get close without dying or being revealed.
Clever though, they've got 2 jugs coming in now, so that Merv spam and that deluxe mortar spam is going to make quick use of the mines.
We are seeing, oh, here we go, Custom here with the return. He does get it. We're going to noGG base and see if they can get the cap.
Whitewhale have
noGG's
got the
base
numbers.
is currently overrun.
So HellToupee coming in. He does lose it. Gov with the E-grab there. And Petty does pick it up also on no health. Quickly goes down to qhat. oodLes and Jazzy are there to engage qhat and Rain. oodLes with the
did
pickup.
so well.
He did, didn't he? He did fantastic.
There was a big scramble, and we're seeing a big crash coming, and that's going to be a cap 2-0 to
2-0.
noGGs.
This
Still
is
got 14
unexpected.
minutes
It's 2
left,
more than
but,
most people expected.
Yeah, it's starting. I'd be at this point getting quite concerned. Whitewhale need to really start moving things. It's only 13.5 minutes, but with a game this tight, we've already gone 12 minutes into the game. So this is going to be a really close one.
Yeah, well, it looks
The
like
next cap's going to be super important.
Yeah, it is. Whitewhale seem to be doing a little bit different to what we usually see from them. So maybe they're trying too much too soon, or they're just getting into the swing of it. I mean, Whitewhale, if he was here right now, we're just saying they're just giving noGG a chance. So you know, it feels even.
I think they're clearing a bit early. Jazzy has just swapped to Pathfinder, by the way. Yeah, I think the Whitewhale guys are clearing a bit early. Although the timing this time around is good. KraKen, what an amazing last second Nitron, that was beautiful.
That was a disc took him out.
Oh, was it? I thought the flag
Yeah.
went just before, okay, cool.
So we got Bloody in a
It is interesting
strike.
to note that Whitewhale is they've been telling us all week that they're going to be employing new meta. I'm not sure if I can see what they're actually trying differently, but maybe that's what's keeping them down at this point. Just taking the game too casually.
We're used to seeing the legendary 3 raider, or the 2 jugs and a raider, that sort of wall of chain that they bring to the game. But Bloody's been an infiltrator so far, so they haven't had that real hard stand presence that they usually have. But I think Bloody on the strike now is going to cause a bit of havoc, and we might see things turn a bit.
We do have Jazzy coming in here. HellToupee is an infiltrator, hasn't been seen at the moment. Last minute clear, he does get out. That's incredible. I didn't think he'd actually get that out then. His offense was nowhere to be seen. He is on 3/4 health coming
Bloody's
in.
going to have to do he's going to have to jump out the strike here, isn't he?
He doesn't, unfortunately. So oodLes misses the time return there. Jazzy is going to get the cap. It is 3-0.
What do you
12
think
minutes
about
left
that?
on the
Time
clock.
return was intentional.
Oh, that was
But,
definitely a timed return. I was going to say, we watched a lot of guys overseas on strikes, and guys like Crystallite. People always point out that a good strike pilot really knows when to sacrifice his strike, and I don't know, man. I sort of felt that Bloody should have bailed then because he's cost a cap. He could have got that E-grab for sure.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure that's why they didn't return it on the time they did, because they could see Bloody flying around and wanted to know what he was doing first.
well, to be honest, I didn't
Tough
think he
call,
would have.
tough
He
call.
would have jumped out here. I personally would have done what he tried to do, and that was kill the capper. Gov with the pickup here on no health. Whitewhale there is to help him. He is in the midfield at the moment. There is no light defense to help him, but Hurls does take him out. Bloody now jumps out, grabs the flag, instantly gets hit by Hurls. Man, they really need to get on him. Something chronic. He is on 1/4 health, and we do see Jazzy with the flag grab, taking it away at the moment. He is at their base as well, so we could see another standoff here.
oodLes just shot the strike as KraKen was about to jump in it.
So we are in standoff mode again, so it'll be interesting to see if Whitewhale go for the same strat as they did in the last standoff with the motion sensors, and because it didn't seem to really pay off. They just got rushed, and it didn't help them in that much at all.
So this time round, Rain has changed to radar. Governor and Bloody are both going inf for the standoff.
So we're not seeing the motion
And
sensors
on
yet.
noGG, there are no infiltrators so far for this standoff.
We are seeing, however, a D stack of
Yeah.
4 members.
Massive D stack at the moment.
But
Hurls
no,
is
but
being
no
engaged.
jammer, nothing to stop the infiltrators. So this could be interesting. This could backfire.
So
Governor
we are
and Bloody
seeing-
are both homing in on HellToupee.
This is going to be very close.
He
Oh,
is on
Bloody
his
at the
own
last
with 2
second.
infiltrators.
We do have the drop here. Bite
They
and
get the return,
Gov
Governor.
does. Very, very sneaky. So are we going to see the cap here? We do have KraKen and Custom both there with the pickup. KraKen is on half health at the moment.
This is where they need
Does
to keep
go
Neo
down.
safe. A lot of teams will everybody goes for the return and leaves the guy holding the flag on his own, but they nailed it.
So it is 1-3 with 9.5 minutes left on the clock. So 9-3. 3-1, sorry. So yeah, that was very risky on their behalf with the noGG side I'm talking about. Those
doing
infiltrators
the
got very
D-stack.
close.
I think it's one thing to have the numbers, but I mean, press tab. They've got 2 infiltrators. Where's the where's your jammer packs and that sort of thing? So all the motion sensors, etc.
Well, on the other side of the coin, one of the infiltrators got a nice disc which took out the carrier, and the other one just happened to be where the flag came down while it was being shot around, so it was a bit
Yeah,
luck
but
and
that's
bit
a
talent.
That's the nature of infiltrator, though, isn't it? You can position yourself unnoticed, and at the end of the day, whether you get the sonic punch or hit him with a disc, it's just the ability to get so close unnoticed is the strength of it.
Sorry to interrupt you guys here. Jazzy is coming for a grab here. Rain is on the flag by himself. Jazzy does get out on half health. Goes down to neogenetix there. Iago with the
qhat and
return.
Whitewhale trying to cluster the flag home. Bloody's joined the party.
Yeah, they wanted to pass it off to Bloody, but he missed, so now he's lost his momentum, and they get the return.
oodLes just smashed him.
I think by this point both teams are thoroughly warmed up and we're seeing a lot more clutch shots going on. That's what I came here to see.
Yeah, a very interesting game so far. It's not going the way I expected it to go. I wouldn't at all have expected to see noGG 2 caps ahead with 7.5 minutes left on the clock at all. I mean, they've been fairly down at the moment. Hurls has been pretty public with the fact that they are breaking up, and that's got to do something for your morale in a negative way. So good on them for coming back and actually giving oiWW a run for their money.
Well, I was thinking about that earlier today, and it was either going to go one of 2 ways. It was going to make him play negatively, because, who cares, we're going to lose, whatever, or make him play the best damn game they've ever played.
No, the latter for sure. There's a lot of pride at stake.
So we are just going to do a little bit of
Everybody wants to end on a high note.
a player spotlight in a second. We do have qhat with the flag at the moment. Whitewhale there to support him. oodLes coming in on no health. qhat on half and does get taken out by Custom and the return. So we are going to do a little bit of a spotlight on Hurls at the moment. We are trying to do each player individually throughout the course of the game, and Yarrick is going to take over with that.
Hurls has been very busy. He's just dropping down an inventory station for his buddies on the flag. He's been moving around a lot, and Bloody's been hassling him, but he hasn't really had him on lockdown. You can see he's putting the claymores on the stand. He knows which way Governor's coming from already, and he's put the claymores down accordingly. And right now, he's positioned himself, got a snipe on Governor, hassled by Bloody, and still, while getting attacked by Bloody, gets a clutch snipe on Gov. That was, you couldn't have asked for more. That is a busy sniper getting the job done.
It is. So we do
under
see
pressure, mind you.
Iago just takes out Jazzy there, and the return. So we are seeing a little bit of noGG's offense coming in here. KraKen with a little bit of LRS. Jazzy a long way out, so KraKen is very, very early. He is going to go down, unfortunately, before Jazzy is even in a position to grab the flag.
Hey, Hef, why is it whenever we play these teams, their timing is perfect, and then when they play each other, their timing's all over the shop?
Whitewhale with a massive
Maybe they
punt
just
into
don't
the
see you as a
midfield there.
threat. I don't know, you definitely see the best games from any team when you're going against a fairly even team.
Yep, when they're getting pushed. I think it shows also the effect that a good offense that keeps you guys on
Just
the
to
back
interrupt
foot,
you,
it really
Jazzy
affects
coming in with
everything.
the E grab. He does unfortunately go down. KraKen coming in to grab this flag, surrounded by Whitewhale players. qhat with the pickup, and
Oh,
this
wow.
is going to be another cap
Snipe
for
was the
Whitewhale.
other side of the field.
Hurls with
Some
the...
amazing O-sniping by Hills. Unfortunately, no one there to pick it up.
Hurls is so deadly. I mean, he's openly said as well he doesn't want to snipe anymore in matches. So, it's a big shame because he's so talented.
Well, it's 3-2. We have ourselves a game. 4.5 minutes to go.
We do as well. So we are seeing the offense for noGG coming in here at a much better time. Jazzy is about 10 seconds out, so the offense have a lot of time here to clear the flag. neogenetix and Rain are both there. Jazzy coming in. Flag is clear. Iago is coming in to help though. Custom there to engage him. Jazzy does get out, but does unfortunately go down.
On the oiWW side, we've got Whitewhale is now capping as Pathfinder. So they're going for the double cap. Governor's just come through and he's out. Whitewhale, I can't see him. Oh, he's just...
Whitewhale was sniped that early. He was
did
doing the
get sniped
capping
out.
route.
Yep. So yeah, they've changed to a double cap strategy.
Trying to get the flag moving as much as possible and as fast as possible to get that last cap that they need to get the equalizer. It's
The result
probably a
of
good
that
tactical
is-
move.
Yeah, definitely. And the result of that is Bloody's no longer playing Infiltrator, so qhat and Bloody are just clearing the stand and hoping that the double cap sort of negates Hurl's impact. As I say that, Hurls takes out Whitewhale again.
And Bloody has changed to a technician, so we might see some strike play momentarily. I think they may have enough for another strike. That'd be pretty fun to see at this point in time.
Whitewhale have done a great job of clustering down the middle. They've got the numbers, so we're definitely going to look at a straight-up standoff for the last 2.5 minutes. This will be really interesting to see if noGG try and bunker down, although if they learnt anything from the last standoff, they may not.
Both teams pulling off some really good clustering on a map that's really not that fun when you cluster. So that's I'm not sure if I should say that's good defense or good offense from either team. What's going on there? Shouldn't be able to make it home with the cluster on this map.
Especially when your
I think
opponent's
that's
such a high
impact.
caliber.
I think that's the impact of the snipers on both sides. The guys are getting the flag and getting sniped out, and then the flag lands in the field, and so they pick it up, and thus a cluster begins.
HellToupee is completely isolated with the noGG's flag. I'm not sure if he's going to be trying to grab it here.
Look
He
at
is.
the
closing
Whitewhale
in on
coming in. There's Bloody there. He is on no health. oodLes coming in.
Whoa.
Oh, here we go. We are going to see
It's
a
going to be a
return.
double return. Yep, both teams got the return right on the same time there.
Whitewhale has just wasted a lot of time trying to get that flag capped. They are running out of time to get the equalizer. 1:45 on the clock.
Works in their favour though to for that to resolve the way it did quickly. I was sort of concerned on their behalf that that would drag out for the rest of the game.
Oh, this does give them another shot at maybe 2 offensive waves if they time it perfectly. So they've got 2 shots to get that flag home.
So we got Whitewhale and Governor both setting up for a back. Governor might actually change his route and go for a front, but
it could be a
qhat's on
decoy.
the stand. Bloody is nowhere to be seen.
Whitewhale is down.
Been sniped out by Hurls. Petty's been really...
Not
Petty
looking
Noodle's
good
done
for
a great
Gov.
job on stand.
Gov is out, does go down.
The whole thing got chopped down. Where was... Bloody must be... Surely he's not getting another strike at this point, is he? He was not
He's
there
still
for that clear.
technician.
He was nowhere to be seen for that clear.
So we are seeing
Bloody is
Whitewhale.
repairing the gen, so he's definitely getting a strike. Probably going for a strike grab or some grab cycle caps, I'm not sure.
45
it's
seconds
rough.
left.
It's not
going to
make it.
fine.
So we are seeing
Whitewhale.
Whitewhale.
He's just gotten into a strike.
Okay, so we've got double Pathfinder cap on oiWW side. This is really their last chance. They just need to grab the flag. I guess, yeah, Bloody can grab the flag with 5 seconds left and it goes into overtime, so not a bad idea.
That was a really good play there by Whitewhale.
Whitewhale's out full health.
The strike.
Full
With
health.
no clearing.
Oh,
He's out clean.
wow. Rain coming in to give him some support does go down to Hurls.
Bloody's doing a strike.
He
overrun
missed it.
Petty's
Oh,
returned
no.
the flag.
And
13
that is
seconds
game.
left.
They have...
qhat
no,
will get the
qhat is
e-grab.
near.
I call it an e-grab because it is an emergency.
qhat is down. Oh, that is...
4 seconds left. But Gov's the only one there. Bloody
Oh,
rain.
can he get the-
Oh,
Oh,
my
last
god.
second, but he gets shut down. Oh, wow.
Oh, Rain, he
Good
timed that
game.
beautifully. You've got to give credit to the noGG stand defense. Those guys really played well. Petty and oodLes, amazing, stopping a massive crash at the last second there.
Far out. So noGG take the first map. We are going to go to a little bit of
Let's
break.
check out the scoreboard.
Hurls with 44 kills there. Just on fire. So we will leave you there for a minute and go to a quick break. We will be back for the second map. Again, you have been watching Tribal Showcast with Sky Marshal Hef and Yarrick. We'll be back in a moment. And we are back for the second map versus oiWW and noGG. Boys, what a fantastic first map there. What are your comments? I'm speechless. Those last couple of minutes were very intense, and I'm sure Whitewhale are kicking themselves a little bit there. It's just, I don't know about that strike. I think that was a little bit of a, it was risky, and I think it was too risky for the amount of time they had left.
It's the best way, almost unquestionably, to traverse the whole map. I think that's what they were going for, but they just made a couple of fumbles, and Bloody could have grabbed the flag when he needed to, but he leapt out of the strike and missed the flag by literally centimeters. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not really sure. I think it was the right tactical decision. It just didn't work out for them. That's all.
So we are 30 seconds away from the start. Yarrick, I know you've just come back in to the cast. So we were just talking about that last couple of minutes of that match a second ago, and whether oiWW made the right decision about getting those gens back up with a minute and a half left on the clock and getting the strike. I personally think it was a very bad choice on their behalf.
At the time it seemed that way to me, but, you know, I guess if the strike grab worked, then we would have been saying something else, so...
I still think it was the right tactical move, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, it was risky, and you're always going to call... Whatever happens towards the end is always going to be under scrutiny, but I mean, at the end of the day, they probably should have started running two cappers from the start, for example, is probably a bigger call. Yeah.
Yeah, it was an interesting one. So, I for one hope that Whitewhale do continue to play in the Game Shrine comp after this. I know they said they haven't, but there's a slim hope that I think that they might actually do that. And if they do, I'd like to see them refine those strats that they've been using on qhat, because they do have merit, and it'll be interesting to see if they use them in this map again. So we're going Whale as Jug, qhat as Brute again, and Bloody as Infiltrator. So he really needs to sit on Hurls. Hurls carried noGG's defense there for sure. Just some of those snipes were incredible. Jazzy with the flag grab here on quarter health. Iago there to intercept and does go down to neogenetix.
Seeing a very standard defensive lineup from noGG's at the moment. I mean, it worked out pretty well from them in the last round, but if there's anything to be said about Whitewhale's team, their greatest strength is adapting. So I think they'll probably fix what they did last round to deal with their defensive situation, and it's probably going to go in oiWW's favour this game.
Well,
yeah, we saw that towards the end of Katabatic. They did have quite a comeback, and perhaps with a bit more time, I think they may have taken it.
Well, Hurls, this has to be, if not his favourite, one of his favourite maps to play on, so again, he needs to be taken out as soon as possible. So we've got noGG's offense coming in, KraKen and Custom both coming in together with HellToupee as the Infiltrator, sitting on the flag stand waiting for the Kappa. Gov is setting up for his route, but we will sit on oiWW's base at the moment. Jazzy coming in.
Yeah, Jazzy's had 3 snipes miss him from Neo, so if he's ever going to have a chance, this is going to be it.
Jazzy coming in, gets the flag out fairly clean here on 3/4 health, light defense, left for dead. Does get a snipe on him, half
has
health.
taken down Hurls.
Oh, Gov, Midair
Oh!
he's done the
And-
grab. Beautiful.
Wow, and we do see a double return, and Custom there picking up the flag. And calling that one a llama. He is moving slowly through the midfield here on half health. Whitewhale is engaging with KraKen there to help. Rain flying up behind him fairly quickly. He gets the Nitron off and gets taken out. oodLes does also pick up the flag but does die. HellToupee with the flag now. It is... Oh my... Hurls there with a fantastic stop on Gov, and we do see a double return.
You got very limited routes to run on this map, so it makes it a bit of a sniper's paradise at times. And that's what we're seeing from both Neo and Hurls.
So we just
Yeah, Jazzy's running an alternative route at least, but Neo's onto him again this time. And did actually land the first snipe. So Jazzy's half health, and he's coming into a stand that has not been cleared at all, so
and he's aborted.
it's the end of that.
Now that route that Jazzy just ran, it's a bit more sniper safe on for the most part of the trip, but right at the end, it's just as dangerous as the standard back cab route.
I just want to give Hurls a shout out then. He had qhat and Bloody on him, and he still managed to take out Gov. That's just incredible. Just all over it. So we're seeing Jazzy changing up his route here a little bit. Rain and Neo are still around with Custom just doing a little bit of damage, trying to long-range spam Neo. That is not going to work out for him. HellToupee has gone up as an infiltrator to engage him. Jazzy is coming in. Flag is not clear. Rain on it at the moment. He might get out. He does get body blocked, unfortunately. KraKen with the
Whitewhale
llama.
trying mortar hurls. Interesting strat there, and lands a nice shot. Whitewhale single-handedly dominating the noGG defense, but where's that kappa?
So we are sitting over noGG's base at the moment. We are in a little bit of a reset. oodLes off the flag. Petty and KraKen both setting up. Gov here with the grab does get taken out again by hurls. It's interesting he did that.
I think he just decided, I'm here, why not? Just, you know, but yeah, probably a tactically bad choice.
Again, Jazzy just came through with no clearing and got stopped by iago and Rain.
Are both teams a bit shaken from the last match, or are they just taking it slow and easy? You know, what's going on here? Now, Gov is coming in the standard back and front route, going at a you know, decent speed. That's been spotted by hurls and been sniped.
Been sniped. Flag, Bloody, and qhat are there.
Whoa.
Hurls.
Taken out with a lovely shotgun blast from hurls.
Hurls is just killing it.
Again, with Bloody and qhat on him, Hurls has flown out and got the clutch shotgun. He's really, yeah, he's playing out of his skin. Or in his skin, I guess.
So we do
We're
have
seeing some traditional
Scary
hurls
players,
going on
isn't
here.
it? Yeah.
Jazzy coming in for a grab here. The flag is fairly clear. Iago does fly out of the way at the last second there. Jazzy out on full health. He's coming under the aqueducts at the moment. We might see a little bit of a
Governor's
crash.
hit the aqueduct. Oh, very
this-
strange decision. Governor just hit the aqueduct and he had an opportunity to e-grab, but he K'd out.
A little bit of a mistake there. It was interesting. We do have a noGG with a grab here on half health. No LD to be seen anywhere at the moment. He's home at the moment. Whitewhale and Gov are coming in as well as neogenetix. Iago flying in. Unfortunately does miss
Here
him.
comes the sweet fatty cap.
Custom showing his Kappa heritage there. He was probably the fastest moving jug you'll see in a T2 in a Tribes Ascend comp match.
T2. Last in the
T2.
past, Garrett.
Yeah. I wish.
So it is 2-0 to oiWW here. 18 minutes left on the clock. So another... It's interesting to see them so far ahead again. It's great, actually. I'm really enjoying it.
Well, again, we're going to have to rely on oiWW's adaptability. Can they change it up and start to come back on maps? So let's hope that they do start to adapt, change things up a little bit.
Like I said earlier, that's one of their greatest strengths. I'd like to see them employ it, because I definitely want to see a third map as well. But it is not going their way at the moment.
Jazzy coming in. The flag is not clear. Rain and Iago both there. Does get body blocked. Meanwhile, we do have Gov with a cap. He is out.
Gov is out.
Half health coming under the aqueduct at the moment. qhat there to help him. Hurlzor again with the snipe.
But look at the numbers. There are 6 noGG around this flag for the return.
Iago and Gov there. Does get the pickup. Flies through the pickup. Custom and Jazzy both engaging him on no health at the moment. Does go down. Flag is in the open. Rain is coming in though. Does miss. Does shoot the flag. Trying to shoot it towards himself by the looks of things. And we are going to go into standoff mode here.
That was some tight clustering by both teams. Everyone being where they needed to be when they needed to be there. It's very rare that you see such perfect sync. So
it's going to be interesting to see the standoff here. Are we going to see the double infiltrator again by both teams and some motion sensors being set up. Or it's interesting that HellToupee is sitting on top of the base as opposed to the usual standoff position on the hill. Doesn't have much support though. qhat is coming in for him. oodLes does manage to take him out with the assistance of Hurls.
After a bit of Merv spam, oiWW have now moved to behind the vehicle pad. They were set up on their base as well. KraKen and Custom, Jazzy and Petty all coming down onto Rain right now.
Iago and qhat and Gov also giving HellToupee an interesting time. He does have oodLes and Hurls there with him though also, and they do go down. Gov still hanging around with the infiltrator. We could see the Sonic Punch here. He does get the Sonic Punch off and the return. Hopefully he does.
Oh, that was massive. HellToupee was doing the right thing, moving
My
around,
money's
making it
on
hard for
Whitewhale for a
infiltrators.
cap here. KraKen is the only chance for an E, and he's... Oh, it's going to be very close. No, not quite. Oh,
Does get the llama. Gov there, fantastic play all by himself, managed to sneak around the back of the base and does get it. And it just took all of noGG by surprise. They had no idea what happened there. So the infiltrator playing again in the advantage. It's just so powerful. And it was interesting to see that they were sitting on top of that base where you can have the infiltrator sneak up on you and use your own base to their advantage. So we are seeing Jazzy coming in. The flag is virtually clear. Rain is a long way out of position at the moment. neogenetix is coming in. Custom, KraKen and HellToupee all there to give him some assistance. He does get the flag out relatively clean. One snipe going off does manage to hit him, take him down to roughly 1/4 health. Flies past qhat. We're going to see a time return here. And this is going to be 3-1 to noGG with 14 minutes left on the clock.
I hate to say it, but I think qhat was caught napping a bit there. He didn't even seem to look to his right and start shooting Jazzy as he flew past him.
No, he didn't. Yeah, he just screamed past him like he wasn't even there.
I'm starting to think that noGG's recent loss to Muffin was just a bluff to make oiWW think that they're not going to be playing probably.
Or it
They
was
are
the
bringing
loss
the
they
pain
needed.
today.
That's the other way. It's the loss they needed to come back.
Yeah, that's definitely one way to look at it. See, you're making it sound a lot nicer than I was. I like that.
Well, no, a lot of teams, you know, you start to win all of your matches and you become somewhat unbeatable. You do get a little bit cocky. And all it takes is for your morale to drop a little bit and you lose one, and then it's like, wow, we've lost some of that luster that we used to have. We need to get this back.
I don't know if you spotted that, but Whitewhale started his Jug O run, shot a mortar off from roughly the front turret of his own base, and landed it on the stand of the noGG team, just on his way through.
It's impressive.
I watched that mortar and I was like, there's no way. Oh my god, it hit.
Whitewhale has always prided himself on his skill as a juggernaut, so it's no surprise that he can land crazy clutch shots like that. Although I probably shouldn't talk it up, because people will think I'm a fan.
We do have
A very
chat
polarizing man.
We do have chat saying that noGG intentionally lost the match against Muff just to play oiWW to settle a score. So it's another way of looking at it again.
And knowing the crazy politics in our crazy land, it wouldn't surprise me if that was the case.
So we did see Custom there, by the looks of things, try and grab the flag. So we're in a little bit of a lull moment. So should we do a little bit of a player spotlight? Who would you like to do, Yarrick?
We've already covered Bloody, but I am interested to see what he's doing on the strike right now. He's actually, as I say that, he's just done a strike grab and he is halfway home now.
So Bloody
Looks
is
like he's going
coming
to make
in.
it the whole way.
He
As long
is.
as Iago can get the return, which he does, Bloody's going to cap this out right now. Yep.
Whitewhale salvages the strike, is probably going to take it back home. No, he bails out as it explodes.
There you go, I saw that one coming. I'd like to watch the world through neogenetix's eyes. We haven't looked at him yet, and interesting to compare his style to Hell's a little bit. He's sniping from the stand at the moment.
So we're seeing him hitting KraKen. Jazzy is coming in the background of the shot at the moment. don't know that he has been spotted. He should be spotted any second because Gov's just flown under him, and he does get taken out by Custom, so that is the
It'll
end
be
of that.
interesting to see now. Yeah, he's going to respawn in probably another 5 seconds from now. He's still going to have time to get Jazzy. It'd be interesting to see if he can get into a good position and hit those snipes.
He is on Sniper Hill at the moment.
Yep, he's on Sniper Hill. We'll be happy with that spawn.
Flag is clear here at the moment. He's going to grab this and get out clear. neogenetix unfortunately didn't stay on Sniper Hill, opting to move in. Oh, he does hit the middle aqueduct there. He is going to have to boost away.
So there you go, Neo getting well hassled. We definitely didn't see Hells getting killed twice in a row like that. So maybe that's one thing that noGG are doing better. They're definitely doing a better job at sniper harass. And I think that was reflected in the amount of kills that the 2 snipers got in the last map as well. Even now, Hurls is on 33 kills, Neo is on 12, so yeah, I would say the noGG sniper harass is a lot more effective right now.
Yeah, Bloody is just having a really tough time getting on Hurls. You know, he's tried the infiltrator route and that didn't work because Hurls stays moving. He tried the strike route, but for some reason that didn't. Probably also because Hurls kept moving. They've just really got to think it out and see what they can do to deal with Hurls. How would you try and take care of a sniper in this situation?
To be honest, I would go for the double soldier cap, which I haven't seen either team do yet. They've done the soldier pathfinder, and as we saw in the last map, Whitewhale, as a pathfinder, was getting sniped out fairly easily. I mean, if you can't kill him, you have to look at least trying that, and I haven't seen them trying that yet.
You shake it up with the capping, you reckon? Yeah, I definitely agree with that. Meanwhile, oiWW's got 2 infiltrators trying to move on to oodLes. oodLes staying moving because I think he knows they're nearby.
Bloody coming in,
Custom
hasn't been
has snuck
spotted
up on
yet.
Rain, and he's got the punch. But he's down.
Down goes Bloody.
Gov here hasn't been seen.
Rain. Gets the return.
Oh my god. Again, Gov, just
HellToupee,
fantastic.
Bloody's crashing from the front, he's going to get the E. What am I talking about?
I don't know.
That is the equalizer.
Bloody wouldn't get the E on his own flag stand. I just saw him heading to the flag so fast, I was like, he's going to go for an E.
I think he was coming in to stop the
So
E.
3-all, 9 minutes to go.
Very interesting. So we could get our wish here and see it taken to a third. I'd love to see that. I think then it's game on. Then because again, whoever takes this has ultimate bragging rights. There's a lot of rivalry between these 2 teams. Mainly their leaders, but overall both teams. So qhat coming in. Gov does get hit by Hurls, so we should see qhat engaging Hurls here any second. And Gov does go down.
It's too late. Gov's already down.
Bloody
They're
with the
gonna try for another
llama.
legendary cluster.
qhat and Bloody are both there at the moment. Petty and oodLes should be able to knock this on the head fairly easily. And they do.
And it gets out with the front to back, but he is on almost 1 HP, I think, and Hurls is going to take him down pretty easy.
Hurls
There it
does
is.
take him. So Hurls the deciding factor in this match. Meanwhile, we do have Jazzy out on no health also. HellToupee coming in to give him a bit of support. Iago flying in very quick. Disc going off. That was very close, that disc then. That almost connected with Jazzy. Does manage to pass it off to HellToupee. Does miss though. So we do have the flag in the open. Bloody Iago, Rain all coming in. Gov with the flag coming up behind. Is taken out by Hurlsor again. Bloody with the return.
There's no one on KraKen, he could have a fair crack at getting home here.
And Petty's got the timed return. Looks like this is going to go in noGG's favour. Whitewhale's trying to get some harass onto Petty, who's guarding the flag.
There's a lot of chain on KraKen, and he gets sniped out.
Bloody with a nice return there. So noGG opting to leave their flag in the field unguarded, but it does get auto return. Gov with the instantaneous llama does get taken out by Hurls again. Man, they've got to do something about Hurls, and they've got to do it now.
I'm really hoping that noGG wins this, otherwise they're going to ruin my dinner plans. Come on, guys. Pick it up.
No dinner for the casters.
Damn.
So,
I was going to say, why don't we watch oodLes? He hasn't been getting a lot of attention, but I think he's doing a great job on stand.
Well, what's happening over here is Petty and oodLes are actually more or less alternating who's on the stand. You know, whoever's closest is the stand guy. So that they're both on stand. It's what we're used to seeing from them, but they haven't been pulling it out in the most recent matches.
Whitewhale has switched to
again,
capping also.
Yeah, oiWW switched to capping, but he's gone path again. Just sniped out. I mean, it's working as a distraction, but then Gov was nowhere to be seen to follow him through. So, yeah, I really would like to see them try some double soldier capping.
Are they running the same route, or they're running two different routes as a Pathfinder?
They're running, yeah, alternating routes. So they're trying it again now. Whitewhale's going right and Gov's going left from the noGG perspective. The timing looks pretty good. They should hit it closely together. We've got qhat clearing now, and Bloody's in the strike again. So let's see how this unfolds.
Hells is very low, and he hasn't been able to get any
Yeah,
strikes
Hell's
on
under a lot
Whitewhale.
of pressure. Meanwhile,
Jazzy has got the
flag
cap.
home.
Rain
with an
oh,
E-grab.
Rain.
He's probably going to pass it to Governor. Yeah,
He's
there's
punted
the
it.
punt.
Gov does miss.
That
Whitewhale
has
coming
fallen
in.
apart.
He is coming in though. Oh, it does
No,
get
they're
pushed
not
out
going to get that
of the way.
one.
Well,
I
they
think Rain was
really
going for
looked
the
like
E-grab there.
yeah, they really looked like they had it all. The timing was looking really good, but Jazzy getting that grab, it just forced the E-grab, and everything else is history.
So
We've got 4.5 minutes on the clock with noGG's in the lead, 4-3. Nobody saw this part coming, but I'm kind of hoping we can see this intensity coming from both teams for the rest of the game.
Now, I don't know if can anyone explain to me what Bloody's doing? Are they? I think oiWW are going triple kappa.
well, they need to do something, and they need to do something now to get at least to 4 all, because their current. Oh, Gov
But
there.
again, the
misses.
timing is out. They've got Whitewhale's hitting the stand. He got taken out. Governor hits the stand 10 seconds later, he's been taken out. Now Bloody's coming in by himself. It's only a matter of time before he gets taken out, so I'm not sure what's going
He's
on with
got
oiWW.
respectable speed for a soldier, so he might even get somewhere with this. He
Yeah,
is
but
on
it's
full
him
health.
against the world right now. I mean, they got 3 on stand, and they know he's coming.
Gets out
And he
on
makes
half
me look
health.
foolish.
That's the second time tonight. Bloody through the midfield
There you
here.
go,
on,
folks.
on-
Cowboy. And
he's going to
home.
get the cap.
I called it. I called it.
That's Bloody for you.
We got Governor coming in for the quicker. No, he nitrons himself and then gets sniped.
In
Trying to
theory,
go
it
for
does
that
not
extra
make
little bit of
sense
speed.
to run 3 cappers all hitting the stand 10 seconds apart with no clearance, but that's Bloody.
The bloody factor. Custom here
And they
does
had
get taken
all the
out.
noGG's guys on the flag as well.
All
they
3
should have
on the
tried to
stand
even body
looking at
block
him.
at least.
Unbelievable.
Well, I don't know how early they saw him, because Hurls didn't take one shot at him then, so I'm not quite sure they were expecting that. They saw Whitewhale and Gov both K out and thought, okay, we've got a couple of seconds to regroup, and then there's Bloody.
Clearly
Now,
using
again,
trackball.exe.
so Whitewhale's the only one on the stand clearing. There's still 3 noGGs on the stand, all focusing Whitewhale. Governor is coming through now. He could
He
get this
could
clean.
get this, he could get it, he just
Oh,
body
Hurls
blocked by
with an amazing
Hurls.
body block.
Does do the...
I know it might seem like we're not giving the noGG offense enough attention. They've just started clustering now, the flag down the middle, but it's been conked.
We've seen a nice pass to Bloody, but Jazzy is in the way. Might stop him.
This
Nah,
could
that's
see
gonna-
another
that's gonna be a
cap. Oh,
Petty!
Petty!
Nitron.
Petty with
that's
the
a crutch
Nitron clutch there.
That was a crutch prey. I don't know how far Petty's going to get. Bloody and Whitewhale and Iago, Petty suicided, so they're going to get this return. They've got a time.
I,
We
As
have
you'd
just
expect,
less than 2 minutes on the clock, and it's 4-4. You see some overtime, maybe?
As you'd expect, half of noGG are on the stand, crashing like crazy.
and we could see a return here.
Oh, KraKen, what a great return. So which team can regroup and get one nice run with 1.5 minutes to go?
Well,
We're
that's
seeing
it,
almost
isn't it?
exactly what happened on the last map. There's a minute 20 on the clock. It's even.
So we do have qhat coming in for noGG. I'm just going to sit in the middle here and see which offense gets there first. We do have some nice long-range spam coming in by the noGGs. Bloody
Bloody and Whitewhale coming in for a cap.
Just so
noGG's
you know,
flag.
Governor got sniped out, so it's Bloody and Whitewhale going for double back caps right now with no clearance at all.
But
And Hells is
there's no
sniping
one on the
Bloody.
flag.
Bloody's incredibly
They're
low.
only just getting there now. Whitewhale does get hit twice now on 1/4 health, coming in Bloody on the same amount of health. Whitewhale does
Whitewhale
KO.
craters.
I crated. You can see from my angle.
Bloody's literally stopped to hide and regen, and he's going to try and get a grab with 30 seconds left now. 3 versus 1.
Yeah, that wasn't going to happen.
But we all watched because you just don't know after that last play.
Yeah,
So 20
absolutely.
seconds left. Both teams have pretty much reset. That was just a wild grab by Whitewhale. The only chance now is Governor is coming through. Governor's the only one who's got the chance to grab it here. And he's grabbed it, he's half health, and he's going quick, but he's sniped out by Hurls. Whitewhale might beat Petty to the grab here. Petty with a Nitron. And the return, and it's overtime.
We are in overtime with 4-all, so we do have 10 minutes here. So it's going to be interesting to see whether we're going to see...
coming through, noGG own the oiWW stand. Jazzy's out clear, and he's halfway home. There is no oiWW at that end of the map.
Oh,
this
no,
is
game,
folks. This is game, guarantee you.
There it is. noGG
Wow.
takes the win in 2 maps.
So Whitewhale has been knocked out of the competition, and noGG do go on to see a rematch from last week with Muffins of Doom for the grand final.
Hurls 55 snipes. Probably a few shotguns in there too.
Now, we saw some incredible gameplay today. Nobody expected noGGs to get the game. Even noGGs expected to lose, and they won on both maps. Why are they disbanding as a team? We need you guys to stay around. Come on.
Yeah.
Yeah, come on. We need the community to get behind noGG. Keep them pumped. Keep them playing.
Yep, starting a petition right
It
now.
seems like practice does help.
So I am starting a petition right now in chat. I want everyone to go to bidder.com, someone make a thread, and everyone vote for noGG to stay in the Game Shrine comp. So go do that right now, guys. So that is going to end our cast here. I do want to give a big shout out to Hef and Yarrick for being my co-casters in this. Any final thoughts, boys?
Man, if all the games are like this, I want to do it.
Yeah, I mean, this is exactly why we play tribes. And, you know, even the lower ranked teams, like when you get 2 teams that are evenly matched, it just makes for an amazing game, and that's why we love it. That's why we play it. So let's hope there's more of this in the future, and you guys hang around, and shit, if they need to reform, get a few new guys, whatever, let's just keep these teams going, keep the ladder going strong. It's so
Do what you got to do to keep it happening.
That's it.
And we've seen far too much clutch play today. I mean, I'm kind of scared. My team has to face these guys at some stage. What am I going to do?
Practice, practice, practice. All right, guys, we are going to cut it off there. Hurls, we are still live. So we will do a little bit of a interview here with Hurls as long as he behaves himself.
I was going to say I have a fair idea Hurls knows we're live.
Okay.
Oh, sorry, I thought you meant...
Welcome.
Nah, that's
Hello.
okay, Hurls. So we are just going to keep it civil, though. Thoughts?
Yep.
Were you expecting to take that as cleanly as you did?
I don't really think clean's the right word.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. That was the wrong word there.
Did you expect to take it so dirty, Hurls?
Always dirty with me. No, it was quite hard. They put up a pretty good fight. There was a lot of tough clutch plays that had to be made for us to get the win. Couple of shots by me, some nitrons by Petty, and RO, which was previously a weak point. We actually practiced this week, so the first OVD ever that we've ever run in any of the teams that I've ran, because I'm a lazy captain. But yeah, it worked.
Nice dodge there on Captain.
Yep.
It pains me slightly to say this, but you jumping in the channel also saves us having to nominate the MVP. I think it's fair to say that it was you. We focused on you a few times, and you were under a lot of pressure with Bloody Man, but you were still getting those shots. when we looked at the other end, Neo was definitely not coping with the pressure that was being put on him, and I think your offense, HellToupee, these guys need to be given a pat on the back. They did a great job of shutting down Neo, whereas even though you were under pressure, you were the one that was getting, twice as many kills or whatever towards the end.
Well, you have to thank Muffs for the practice with that, because Ace of Spades changed to Inf and started chasing me around the whole game, and it really hurt. So after we won the Game Shrine game, we defended our first Game Shrine game, first place versus Muffs. I don't know how much they used imps on snipers, and then from then on, it hurt us a lot. So it hurt me a lot being the sniper. Scrimming Muffs, 2-3 times before we played oiWW, we sort of knew what to expect, because we've been losing games on our offense as well as them learning how to deal with Sentinels. So when I knew I tab screened him a lot to see what he was doing, and when he changed to Inf, I pretty much just never sat in one spot.
Yeah, we noticed that you were moving around a lot, and some of the body blocks, man. Like, there were times when you were the only one left, and you got to the stand and got the body block. That was literally the difference. And anyone watching who wants to be a sniper or who is a sniper could really learn a lot. You can't just be a turret.
Yeah.
Hitting a shot's one thing, but there's so much more to it.
Well, that's what it's really all about. So, I mean, a lot of guys think that being a good sniper is just about pew-pew, racking up all the kills. And I guess I'm a pretty good shot too, but it's not all. There's more to the position. The ceiling's quite high, and the body blocks, especially with the Accurage shotgun, the imps chasing you around a lot makes it really, really difficult. So you can't just stand there and be an auto turret like you said. So
I think you'll enjoy watching the VOD afterwards. There was one shot on Kata where you were pretty much pushed up against the wall at your base with Bloody shooting you, and you still got this snipe off when Gov was on his way quite low. Yeah, it was a good display.
It was a front left.
Yeah, that's right, front left.
I'll just jump in there and sort of say that, I mean, I hit a lot of good shots, but it's not. I couldn't have done it on my own, because a lot of the time, and what we do really well, is our O and our cappers will keep tabs of where their cappers are. So a lot of the time, that one in particular, I remember, I think I was mashed up against the backside of our stand. Jazzy called out that Gov was on a front left low. So the only real reason that I knew to hide there was that I knew he'd be peeking over the top of the hill soon. And I wouldn't have known that had my capper not pointed it out to the rest of us. So a lot of the credit, I mean, I'm there to hit the shot, but a lot of the credit and the positioning goes to the rest of my team.
The other thing we noticed a lot of was the effect that a good offense has on the other team. There were a lot of times when oiWhiteWhale reset, they changed their strat, they went to 2 cappers or whatever they were doing, and they looked like they were coming in with excellent timing, and we really backed them to get a grab. But your offense would hit the stand hard, Jazzy would get the flag, and he's on the way home. It forced them to E-grab, and it really mucked up their timing, and that would happen quite a lot. So, it's with sevens, there's so much, any little change can have such a big effect. And definitely, I think, from the games I've seen with you guys, your offense really stepped up this team, and this time, and it definitely kept them on the back foot and didn't allow them to play the way they wanted to play.
Yeah, well, RO's been, and I'm sure everyone's heard and seen, RO's been one of our weak points the last few weeks, and there's been a lot of emotions in Mumble, and people cursing each other out. I think the last few games we felt like we've lost our scrims, and our game against Muffs in particular, we felt like we lost and it was all on our O. There was a lot of fighting from our D and like between our D and our O and the rest of the players, particularly our cappers and the clearers. We did some practice during the week, and for this game going forward, not just the practice, I sort of said to my guys that, I mean, if we lose the game, we're out, and it's fine. I think everyone's really over being aggro and mumble, so let's just try to relax and make adjustments when things aren't working. I did calm my guys down a little bit, which is a bit... I uncharacteristic of me, considering I'm usually the one going ape shit at everyone else in Mumble.
Actually,
But
I got to ask you a question on behalf of a few people in the chat.
Yep.
After this display and one prac pretty much getting you guys back on track, you're not really going to call it quits, are you?
Well, I'll probably keep playing TA. The real reason of disbanding the team really wasn't because none of us want to play TA anymore. It's just that we're losing some of our core guys, in particular, our offense players, Custom, Jazzy, are going to SPS. And I mean, we lost Scorch earlier to other games. He's lost his interest in TA. So the team reset really isn't. It really isn't because we were losing the tournament or we lost to Muffs or any of that shit. It was really just because I think. I mean, this is the third team that I've captained, and I think with the emotions being so high in Mumble lately and the people stepping away from the team, it's probably a good time to just, as I said, do a team reset. Maybe have a little break, maybe decide if we still want to play TA, and I think most of us do.
It can be quite fatiguing. Like I've run clans over the years, and when you're sort of the one at the end of the day the buck stops with all the ups and downs, sometimes it can be quite fatiguing.
Well, I've always enjoyed it, but I think lately, when you're winning, it's fine. It's when you start losing and things get a little bit tiring, and it feels like people aren't listening. But I think with the players, it really comes down to the players that we have that are moving on to their old. Like Jazzy's going back to his old team, and Custom is going to join SPS as well. And that's we know the guys from T1, so they're all friends anyway. I think it's a good time with the tournament wrapping up and losing the guys in combination to probably start afresh. I mean, if I make a new team, which it looks like might end up happening with some remaining players, it doesn't make sense to carry it on under the same banner. I think mentally we really need a bit of a break and to start afresh.
Yeah, and that's not a big deal. I mean, it's natural. The natural thing in tribes, the teams evolve and people move on and all that sort of thing. It's pretty organic. It's not the end of the world.
Cool.
Well, good luck with the rest of the tournament. Thanks for having a chat.
Did you guys want me to answer that question that Len told me I needed to write a response for?
What was that?
What was that, Len?
I'm struggling to understand what question that was.
How do you feel about the upcoming final match against Muffins of Doom?
Yeah, sure. You can answer that one.
The pay spin one, is that the one I'm meant to be answering now?
I didn't give you anything in pay spin, man. But cool, you can answer that because I was going to ask you, how do you feel going into Muffins? Like, are you confident, and what can we expect to see without giving away too much?
Well, there's nothing really to give away. I think most people know what each other's running. I don't really think there's any super secret strats that no one knows about or hasn't seen been pulled off. So, oh, sorry, Len, it wasn't you, it was someone else. My apologies about the question. I got you confused with Dark Wolf. But anyway, I think what we have to continue to do is repeat what we did tonight, but have our O dialed in even more. I think on D, our comms are really good. I really love playing alongside Pets and oodLes. We comm really well. Our chemistry is really good. I think our O has let us down in the past, and that's just being honest. I love my guys, but we have to have our O firing on all cylinders, just like our D is. So tonight was a pretty good example of putting some things into practice that we worked on, and we walked away with the win. But I mean, Muffs as a team, we've lost to them in scrims recently. We lost to them the last time we played them for the Game Shrine, just before we disbanded our team from it. And they eliminated us from the winners bracket too. So previously confidence was high, and I think now that we've lost 2 big games to Muff, I mean, we have to go into that game basically how we went into this game. But I think since they're the ones who knocked out Whitewhale as well, it's going to take a little bit more to make we have to beat them twice. They only have to beat us once, and we need to make sure that what we did tonight we can make into a formula and it's not a hit and miss, so that we can pull it off every time.
Excellent. All right, boys, we will wrap it up there. So, again, thank you all very much for casting and Hurls for coming on for the interview. Everyone in chat, don't forget to check out bitter.com for all your Oceanic Tribes needs. And once again, this has been Tribal Showdown. My name is Lencorp, and I will see you all next time.
Thanks.
See ya.